bought a couple nickel bags off of me, and he's like, "Yo, do you want to smoke?" So I sat down, rolled up a blunt. At that time, I used to roll up fucking football blunts every night. Like, I really didn't know how to roll. I was like, "Yo, I'm the best fucking blunt roller." I smoked a little bit, passed it back. He passed it back to me. Next thing I know, I feel like this grown ass man just like grabs my arm. 9 undercover cops just come after my brother. I dropped down to my knee and he's like, "This detective, blah blah blah," and he cuffed me right away. I just started shouting, crying. I was wearing my Dare shirt, and he's like, "Ah," and so he was like, "Don't take my brother," and like ripped his jacket off and was like, "I'm part of the Dare program." And so I was just telling the police officer, "I'm part of the Dare program, part of the Dare program." You know, I think the cops kind of like almost took a step back and really kind of let cops go with a warning, called our parents. This was the first time where it hit me hard that
Alright, let's get these motherfuckers ready. While we get something ready to blaze, baby.
He's mad. My mom was like strictly like she thought marijuana was like the devil. My brother definitely got the talk. And I think my parents, my parents, my dad was more practical and was like just basically told me like be smart about it. Don't do it outside where you're gonna get seen by other people and get caught. Do it inside. That's when I kind of stopped hanging out with my brother, just because of the reaction my parents had. But obviously,
Scout, we got a scout right now.
kid, I'm not gonna listen. I feel like all adolescents
Get the strategy together, baby.
have some sort of rebellion. From nickel bags, it turned into dime bags of coke. The first time I sold coke was I was 14 years old. And I'm standing on the corner and this cokehead came up and he's like, "Yo, I need 2 bags of coke." I was like, "All right." So I went down to Stanton Street. In Stanton Street, I knew this guy, and I bought 2 bags of coke from him for $15 a pop, and then came back and sold it, and made $10. That was the first time I was like, "Yo, I can make way more money than selling nickel bags of weed. I'm like profiting like $2 a bag, and like these people are coming for $40 worth." It just opened up my eyes. From dime bags of coke, it went to 20s of coke, and just being out there for like a year and a half, 2 years, just in and out hustling. There was nobody that was doing it like I was doing it. I was just like up all day, all night, and that's how it progressed. And after a while, I basically inherited the block. I'll be sitting stoop. People pass me the money. I'll have like the Nextel walkie-talkies. Be like, "Yo, hit them with this amount." So my boy will be on the roof or through one of the building apartments and just throw it on the other side of the building. And I'll tell people like, go around the corner, catch the shit coming off the roof, and then just keep it moving. So it was not like a hand-to-hand transaction. I mean, it's pretty obvious that we were doing stupid shit like that, but for us, our mindset was like technicalities, or that I'm not handing any drugs directly to them. It's coming off the sky, like God sent it to you, and you have no proof. You just
One more
handed me
time,
money.
one more time, one more
So
time.
that was my mentality behind that operation. I don't even remember the first time I met Joey, but I knew of Joey and like seen him on the block, seen him in the hood.
My name is Jose La Llave, and in Spanish it means the key. People call me the key. I first met Cos probably in the early 2000s.
When I really started messing with him, I was like 16. Joey was always doing all types of other hustles, like setting up shop right in the corner. And like I'm hustling, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck is he doing?" And he's like,
One more
"Open up
time,
a box," and
goddammit.
just selling like white tees, $1.
Almost had that
So
shit.
like Chinese people, and just like coming up with $1,000 off, like selling shit like that.
He had his own way of doing things. I had my own way, and he was just the perfect 1-2 punch for me. We were ambitious and determined. We didn't realize it at the time, but we had certain entrepreneurial skills.
And so one day he comes up to me and he's like, "Yo, I need this amount of work." I think he bought like maybe like $500 worth of coke. I gave him like a discount so he could make money off of it. And then he came back. He was like, "Yo, I need more." And then he went over there, sold whatever yo, I'm out. And he was like, yo, I need more, now, like, just like very demanding and aggressive. I saw that similarity of that having that hunger, having that desire to be rich. I was like, yo, I need help. Run the block. And right there and then, we just made the decision. We put our money together. I think we just bought like 2 ounces of Coke or something like that. And, you know, we just started operating together.
We formed a union that night, and that's how it all started.
The energy that we just bounced off each other, like I've never seen a hustler like him, and I've never seen a hustler like me. We both had that hunger where we like, any way, means necessary, we're gonna get this motherfucker money. There was this rookie cop. He was like, I'm gonna search him again, and I'm like, fuck.
We got 2 black women on television got a show. Name me another.
When the biggest names in sports.
Every day you're gonna hear from a player. Every game there will be ads about social injustice.
Want to talk about anything but sports?
Change. It's all about leadership.
They come to stick to sports. Wednesdays at 10 on Fox.
Chloe and I went into business together. For us, it's like business never ended. Dealing with Coke, selling crack as a teenager, I was just hungry. We worked our asses off.
Every day, 365 days of the year, we never had no time to hang out or be with our families. I don't even know what holidays are. I don't give a shit about none of that.
This is the best. I remember him, you know, going into the cars and taking a shit. And like, because we didn't want to get off the block. Like, he was like, yo, I can't go upstairs. We're gonna miss the scale. And like, yo, he's like, yo, but I gotta use the bathroom. And he like went between cars. Like, yo, this motherfucker's serious. He's like, yo, come on, get me toilet paper. And I'm like, getting toilet paper, done. Like, going there, having a scoreboard. It was just like movie. Like, even brushing our teeth. We were like, pour the water, like, with toothbrush, like, toothpaste. We actually took like no-dose pills, caffeine pills to like, you know, keep us up. It's like at 4 or 5 in the morning was when it became like this extra wave of calls and people showing up to the corner because there was like no other corner that was like really operating at like 24 hours a day. I remember I went home after like 3 days. I was like up in the streets, tired, like hustling all day, all night. Most days staying up days at a time. But I remember having like 5,000 bags of crack, $30,000 worth on the street, and I just finished like, getting it from my connect. And I get to my mom's crib. I was living on Broome and Eldridge at the time. I went over there, like picked up the crack from my connect on the first floor of my mom's building, and I like just started watching TV there, just chilling. I had like a big hoodie and I got like a big ass plastic fucking zip-up bag. Just a whole bunch of crack. And I fell asleep there. My dad woke me up and there was crack everywhere in my mom's apartment. Like literally it was like from the bathroom, kitchen to the living room, and it was just like a whole bunch of crack everywhere. I felt so embarrassed. I was like, oh shit, how the fuck all this shit got out? I don't know how the hell it got all over the apartment. I must have been sleepwalking because I was like dead. And I woke up in the couch pretty much in like the same position. Like it was raining crack, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother used to sleep all the time. You know, he would just get up, sometimes just go to the couch, turn on TV, and just sit there. He just sleep. And my brother's a hard sleeper, so like, he's knocked out, he's sleepwalking, he can't wake him up.
My dad passed me a fucking broom and a dustpan, and we just started sweeping up everything and putting it in the Ziploc. I was just really surprised that he helped me pick it up. I guess he understood that he couldn't throw it away. That would have probably had some repercussion on the street. It's like, get that shit out of the crib. It's like, whatever, you know, like, yeah, not a lot of people know about that. There was this crackhead named Chula. Chula was like next level fucking gangster. scared, and I was scared. And Chula was by the door, and she like fucking stood by the door, and like put her whole body into it. I had like 7 bags of weed on me, so I took the 7 bags of weed and I just threw it behind the stove, and then eventually they just ran the door. About like 10 cops, detectives come in, they start searching the whole apartment. Weed, one actor snitched on me and said like that was his weed. I thought it was one of those situations where I'm like, y'all want to go in the weed, it's good, blah blah blah. I get out to the hallway, I'm with cuffs, and there was this rookie cop. He was like, I'm gonna search him again, and I'm like, fuck. I remember I had a Rockaware jacket. It was like one of those flight jackets, and in the seams, in the seam of it, I had a little hole just slit right there, and I had a whole bunch of bags of crack throughout the whole seam of the jacket. And so he opens up, like, spreads my legs. I'm still in cuffs, and he was very aggressive, where like he banged my head against the wall, and he searched me, and then he felt like a little slit, and it just put his finger in there, and that was it. He saw 1 bag of crack, he saw 2, 3, they just kept coming out like, shit, this is gonna be a serious situation. He was like, what the fuck? So then he took like a switchblade knife and ripped my whole fucking jacket off me with the cuffs on me, and that was it. That was my first felony. I had to be sent to Rikers Island.
It was a shock, but it was a shock because I didn't want to tell anyone about it, especially once I got into middle school and high school. Slowly, he almost became invisible.
It's not a pretty place. I remember like laying on my bed, and it was just like thousands of mice just crawling all over the floor. It's like a horror movie. And I remember actually the second day I was there, somebody got stabbed on my bed with a broomstick.
Motherfuckers done stole my goddamn practice players, goddammit.
Delivery service before there was like Uber Eats.
Dirty bitches.
There was Coffee Joe.
How are you guys different from the more traditional
We in our dark, cuz.
I'm gonna keep trying to fight to get these niggas their ready vote.
We hope to be able to touch people. Did the CDC screw up?
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy realist.
World leaders have failed us. People here are still out in the street.
Decisions that we make in this election impact us for an entire generation.
Vice News tonight, Monday to Thursday at 11 on Vice.
This guy got dropped on my bed, and I'm like, yo, fuck off my bed.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, fellas, one more time.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he is caught. He's got the 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. To the 27-yard line. The Cowboys are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 7. An inside give to Jones. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 22. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Prescott.
Ooh, pass interference, motherfucker.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he's not going to get the 1st. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. A gain of 5. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw is Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he will be taken out of bounds. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards.
We know play calls can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less.
And he will take it in for the Cowboys score. Tony Pollard, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Play after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the 1st quarter of play will come to an end. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
There's big Quentin Williams, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's going to
Roll that rock.
He will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They run with a rookie from K-State, Deuce Vaughn.
Good run.
DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
a muscle cramp. We good.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Vaughn.
Damn.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Prescott now. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On the ground with Vaughn. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deuce Vaughn with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a purpose right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
D up, fellas. D up, baby.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They can really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
No, motherfucker.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. What? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught at the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense have other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Rodgers to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring that 4th down here.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. Dalvin Cook.
Blows up on that.
And touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd and 9 here. Looking to throw. Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A give to Jones. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one good carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, they go back to Vaughn again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. The give is to Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and then leads to the 1st and goal. Now Jones.
Good blocks. Good blocks.
Take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ronald Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, now Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 32. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Prescott to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. Shedding through the defense. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Arlington. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Down the right sideline. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown Jets. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
All right, we need to answer.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close.
Take it out.
I'm a defender. I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball and said, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down, it's Pollard.
You gotta get some block,
and he is
boy.
met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Oh, good deal.
But that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first
Too
half.
much smoke in my
bet you
eyes.
the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Got it, boy.
4th down, Prescott. And he is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. They go back to the ground with Jones.
Oh, that was a motherfucking TD, boy.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
That's it.
Ooh, good shit. Dak, baby!
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Vaughn on 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Did he?
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of 15 at the 16-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Oh, come on now. Don't glitch out now.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. An inside give to Jones. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one's going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Back to throw, Rodgers. That's complete. It's Cook. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Prescott here to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets come up with a late turnover that will probably only matter to the statisticians, as this ball game is now officially over.
Bullshit.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
They have no problem rapping on your culture, telling you to do horrible things to each other, to destroy yourself, and they're okay with that. My question is, are you okay with that? You know, why is it that there's something wrong? It's crazy to me. Think about this. I want y'all to process this. These same media outlets, they will tell you all day that Farrakhan is dangerous because he tells black men to stand up. He tells black women to not hold yourselves into oblivion. He tells...
Is this one of your menus? Sausage and waffle and fried chicken breakfast lasagna?
Yep.
Bacon wrapped chicken stuffed catfish? Granddad, you can't serve this kind of food to people. It'll cause death. Whoa, this is what crab must feel like.
Shame on you, Huey. Move out to the suburbs and suddenly you too good for soul food.
Who the fuck got snatched up? God damn. Cavante Turpin.
Are you okay? I'm sure it's just the itis, right?
That or insulin shot.
Man, what the fuck?
Ronnie, wake up!
Yeah, I'm not sure yelling at him is gonna help, Granddad. How do you not know CPR?
I tried to learn CPR, but they wouldn't let me. Cause I'm black.
What?
Oh, sure, nowadays y'all can just run around and learn CPR whenever y'all want to. Just go around saving lives, resuscitating each other, willy-nilly. But when I was a young man, it used to be against the law to teach colored folks CPR, okay?
Man, that's not true. Is that you?
Oh, boy. I thought we lost you there for a second. How was the loop?
Best thing ever.
Sounds like an endorsement to me. Now look at y'all. Just putty as a couple can be. How many in your pod?
Just time.
And how long of a nap will you be taking?
Roughly between maybe 45 minutes.
That's just great. Head on it.
Tonight is pork noodle sushi. Hold on to your wasabi as we take you to a super exclusive grand opening of the Itis. A new season CLBC to Witch Fest with the major deal might be causing all the ruckus. Uncle Ruckus.
Say, my good man, that's Uncle Roku. It's Frank. I'm part French and Cherokee Indian. With just a splash Irish.
I know Iris. Sometimes I drink Hennessy and I make booty calls. All right, Ruku. What's Robin's favorite secret?
Now let me just say this here. If it's one thing that a colored man is good at, it's cooking a pig.
There you have
That
it.
ain't to say a white man couldn't cook a pig better. His big brain just focus on more important things, like running the world, spaceships.
Alright, good shit. Y'all can catch me on some Call of Duty or the next motherfucking game. Y'all take it easy, man.
And I'll be providing you